Good evening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We are a wrestling podcast. I am working with um, half visibility right now because everything is gray, and I don't know why. There's no background. I don't know what you viewers can see. If you're listening, cool, because everything still works. Our voices are still voicing. Otherwise, I am Xanatos1138 on all socials, and it still doubled my name on the fucking title here, which I keep deleting and it keeps putting it back. I am Xanatos1138 on all socials. I will stream on Twitch at some point. It's been like a month at least. I'm trying to finish James Bond. I will post on TikTok every once in a while, and then every other social is pretty much shit posting and calling people assholes on the internet for being fascists. That about sums my whole spiel up. Cass, where can the good people find you?
Hello, everyone. It's so good to see you again. I'm everyone's favorite Indie Donald Lone Star, Casanova, Mr. Must See TV, Chris, goddamn Magnus, yeah, underscore pump on Instagram. What's up? I feel like it's been a minute since I've talked to y'all. How's it going? We've had an entire G1 that I can't wait to talk to y'all about because it's my first G1 climax. First, like what, 6 months of New Japan? There's a lot of shit we got to talk about, and also a lot of dog water we got to get through. Because WWE, good heavens, have y'all been pissing me the fuck off? I just want to let y'all know this bottle was full on Monday. It sure was. It sure was. Half of it was angry drinking because Raw, SmackDown, actually Raw and SmackDown for the past 2 weeks. And then the other half was happy drinking because Collision, Dynamite, New Japan. Granted, I wasn't drinking while I was in New Japan because that would be insane to drink a bottle of Reposado tequila at 4:30 in the goddamn morning. Ooh, I wish Miles was here for this. Ooh, because I have so much to say about him specifically. Which you know what? While we're in the still a little honeymoon period of the episode, MJ All Star. I hope you're watching this. I hope you go back and watch this episode. I can no longer sleep. I had to wake up at either 4:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning for an entire month because Gato said, man, fuck all that American wrestling. We out here in New Japan. Nihon Ichiban. Hey, bro, I understand that. And all of you who participate in this G1, all 16 of y'all motherfuckers did the goddamn thing. I want to call out a special shout out to Hanare from the United Empire. And unfortunately, and I'm only doing this because MJ's not here, and it would be rude to not sing the praises of Gabe Kidd during this G1 climax because he really did put belt to ass through the entire thing.
I just put a comment in our own comment section to make sure I can see it. So at least I
I
can see
just
that.
I looked on the YouTube, you can't see me. So they can
You
see our faces, but they just can't see the background or they see what we see right now.
you are not John Cena. We can see you.
Speaking of speaking of the Fed, I want to get all these grievances out first because I know I'm the one who subjects myself to this shit. I know I'm the one that's like, okay, it's 7 o'clock on a Monday, time to stop what I'm doing and watch Monday Night Raw. Do you know what's happening on Mondays, Dave? Are you
I
aware?
so I've seen clips, and my first thought just now was every time I see Liv Morgan, it grosses me out.
Okay, I have this in the notes. I have this in the notes, and I just want to let everyone know this is not hyperbole. This is written verbatim in my notes. Liv Morgan may be the worst women's world champion I've seen in my entire life. Granted, I've only been watching wrestling for what, 3, 4 years at this point? But man, when your world heavyweight champion tweets out degrading women's wrestling one day at a time, throw the whole bitch away.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I was about to throw Nikki Bella in there, but even Nikki Bella didn't do that shit.
Yeah, throw the whole wrestler away. I'm not sorry because that's despicable. Like over there in AEW, I don't want to keep comparing the two, but at this point I fucking have to. But
You
in
kind of have to, yeah.
AEW, you had a fatal four-way match for the TBS championship. Maya World, Stat Daddy, Hikaru Shida, and Persephone. And that match fucking banged.
Yep.
Oh my god, wasn't there a spot where like Stat got caught in a pile driver and she kipped up out of it only to get hit by a spear by Persephone? This
Yeah,
shit
there
was
was a lot
fucking
of
awesome.
there's a lot of tandem stuff happening. They got outside of the ring, got kicked in the face, like back to back.
It was so sick. Every woman in that match had a moment to be like, oh man, I can see why every single one of these women in this match had either been a world champion or a TBS champion. It just makes me happy to see those signs in the AEW crowd that say women's wrestling is fine. Women's wrestling is doing great. Because it is.
You
Even
know,
without Tony.
just because I'm thinking of it, I feel like we're gonna jump around a lot this episode anyway. But I'm glad that Willow is defending her championship. I really, really hope that doesn't mean that means she's going to lose at Wembley. Because granted, Mercedes, it's her time, but um, Willow just got it. She just got the title. It is perfect on her, and I don't want them to be like, "Oh, we're going to give her opponents to beat so that her title reign wasn't just winning it and then losing it to Mercedes."
I I hate to be that guy, but I think that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But do I do think that Mercedes is winning at Wembley, but I think that Willow might take it back off of her at All Out. Because those two women, they might be they might be the closest thing to soulmates that they have in that ring. Whenever that bell rings and it's Mercedes and Willow Nightingale as the opponents, holy shit. They were a main event of Dynamite. How many women main events do you know in WWE that fucking brought the house down the way that those two women did? And I'm not gonna let you be like, well, what about Bianca and Sasha at WrestleMania? That doesn't count because Sasha was in that match.
The most notable women's match in WWE I can think of that was a main event was Becky, Charlotte, and why am I blanking on the third woman? Was it Ronda Rousey? I think it was Ronda Rousey.
Maybe I thought you were gonna say Charlotte and Rhea at WrestleMania but oh, that wasn't a main event. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think back then too, whenever Charlotte was facing Rhea, I was so pissed off because I knew Rhea wasn't winning. But then there was that time that she did. She won. Um, yeah, I don't know. Rhea is also. I don't want to say I'm getting tired of Rhea, but like I'm kind of getting tired of Rhea. I
I was
don't
gonna
know.
say I'll say it for you, big dog. I am getting tired of Rhea Ripley because like I'm watching both of these shows in tandem. Maybe not as intently as I do the other. I'll let you guys guess which one I pay attention to more. But I'm over here watching Chris Statlander, and I'm like, damn, you could do everything Rhea can and more. Not
Hmm.
just that Rhea Ripley's not a phenomenal wrestler, she's probably one of, if not the best, big women in professional wrestling, especially in WWE. She might be the best. It's her and Raquel. Like, but Statlander is one of the most complete women's wrestlers that I have ever gotten the pleasure to lay eyes on. She can be a big woman. She can power her opponents around like nobody's fucking business. But she's also agile as fuck,
Hmm.
flexible as hell. She can move in that ring when it needs to. She can turn on a dime. Like I remember watching, I think it was this Fatal Four Way match or the match before she had. I was like, damn, why the fuck Statlander moving kind of like Jay White? What the fuck is going on? She is too good. The fact that she does the mocap for a lot of the 2K games, I'm like, oh, I see. That fisherman power bomb driver she has, she got that move from bullshitting around doing the mocaps for the cogs in 2K. She's an innovative mastermind.
Hmm.
And I need to see her and Willow run it back because I've seen all the clips. I need to see it personally. Maybe y'all can run that shit in San Antonio. Ooh, that'd be sick as fuck. Please.
Specifically for you.
Just for me. I don't care if it's an empty stadium and it's just me in the Frost Bank Center. I will emote. Oh man, speaking of emoting, I know last week that we talked about Zilla Fatu debuting on NXT.
Hmm.
I know we did talk about that. He had his first entrance, which it's bad. That's bad. It's bad. They def rumbled the fuck out of my boy. But that's neither here nor there. He came out looking like $1 million, talking his shit. I did not know that Zilla was that competent on the mic. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. He's better than Jay, and he's
Dude,
better than Roman.
if you had told me a year ago that Solo would be my favorite Samoan, I don't think I would have believed you.
Hey man, I'm right there with you. I'm literally right there with you because Solo turning face definitively on his family with the help of LA Knight, man, that might have been the most I emoted at Monday Night Raw in a goddamn minute. That's actually not true. That's actually not true. I don't think I have this in the notes. Gable versus Penta,
Mm.
or no, Gable versus Rey Mysterio. Sorry, that was the main event this past Monday. Hey, bro, you would have thought this was PWG. You would have thought this was not the company that they work for. They gave them time. They gave them like liberties. I saw, I saw Rey Mysterio try to hit a 619 and it get counted to an ankle lock. You would have thought that she was 2001, bro. I swear to God, you would have thought that she was 2001 SummerSlam Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio for the IC title. Them boys were fucking hooping for no. I wish that was the actual main event. I didn't have to sit through 30 fucking minutes of Roman Reigns being a whiny big tooth bitch. At least with Yo Tsuji, who's also a whiny big tooth bitch, he at least wrestles every day. He's at least there on the road shows. He defends his title. Motherfucker, he's about to defend his the IWGP championship against Hiroki Goto at I think it's Destruction's the name of the pay-per-view. Oh, but Roman Reigns can't get his geriatric ass in that fucking ring in some ring
And
gear.
you mentioned Roman Reigns. It reminds me of like just the path because I saw him when he first started. So like he was the silent, semi-silent member of the Shield.
Yeah.
Wasn't good on the mic, but it was fine because he was a part of
Still ain't.
he was part of a team, you know. And it was really obvious once Seth Rollins betrayed them, and he cut his first promo next to Dean Ambrose, and he said something like, "You don't tug on Superman's cape yet." Like he's uh, trying his damnedest, and it's just very awkward. But
Is that why the move's called the Superman punch?
I don't know. But I mean that is a move in UFC also.
Yeah, yeah, but
But
it
for
yeah,
his
you know
sake,
what? Fair enough.
it might be. But um, it's kind of been a roller coaster with him because I was a fan of his when I don't think anyone was at the
Mm.
time. It was like it wasn't cool to be a Roman Reigns fan. Everyone booed. I was there live when they booed him after he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania for 20 fucking minutes at
Oh, is that when
least.
The Rock came out and raised his hand up?
No, no, that was in
Oh, okay.
that was a different that's when he won the Rumble.
Ah,
But he
I
beat the
get it.
Undertaker the Raw after WrestleMania. I think it was about 20 minutes. It was solid booing, and he just stood there and let it happen. And then they went to commercial. He didn't even cut a promo because he couldn't. It was too loud. It was booing. But like all that to being the tribal chief, and I in the beginning hated it because he's just like I don't know. Long title reigns are hit and miss with me. I like say Athena. I love that Athena is a long time champion.
The longest
She
reigning world
has
champion ever in
she has
modern
the
age.
chops, she has the skills, she deserves it. Roman Reigns is another Brock Lesnar of just I held the title for 1300 days and only showed up for 300 of those days or something like that.
Hey, bro, talk your shit because you're not wrong. Like, even now, even because at first we had to put the fucking WWE Championship on the fucking shelf because Roman had that shit hostage to the point we had to make a new belt. Shout out the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh wait, now that shit's getting held hostage too.
Yeah.
Because do you really think that LA Knight at this current point in time is going to be benefited the opportunity of taking that shit off of Roman Reigns? Money in the Bank or otherwise, like, do we really think that like this is actually going to be the time that he does it?
With LA Knight, if they don't do it now, they're gonna end up doing it when it's too late to do it. Like they're gonna maybe do it, and then like he'll either get injured
Oh,
or
God forbid.
close to retirement. Like it's not. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
bro's
mean,
gonna be 60 and they're gonna put the belt on and be like, all right, here, nigga, damn.
dude's in his. I think he's in his early 40s. I mean, wrestlers have wrestled to their mid 50s. I mean, shit, Edge is 50 something, Christian's 50 something.
Yeah, look at
But
Flair.
yeah, no, Flair should never go. Flair should get his phone taken away. Let's be honest. He tweets or not tweets. I see his Instagram posts where the guy capitalizes every word for some
Bro,
reason,
someone needs to take his phone away.
and he's just talking about like, oh, this is the love of my life. It was rambling. It was old man rambling.
I mean, that's all every Flair promo is. Like, as funny as they used to be, it's just kind of like, do you think you can take me? I'm the world champion, longest ride, oldest line, or whatever the fuck he says. Like, Ric Flair is he's I know niggas gonna clown me for this, but Ric Flair is proto Jey Uso. He just is, and it's okay. Like, was Flair a better wrestler? Yeah, obviously. But promo game, the same shit. Ramble until you find something that sticks. That's what I do, and it works.
I mean, it also it's very akin to the Ultimate Warrior and his rambling. Like I think one of my favorite lines is fill the spaceship with the rocket fuel. Ah, it made no fucking sense, but it was funny as hell.
I mean, that's how I feel about Macho Man. I think Macho Man has some of the best lines in all of professional wrestling. Bro said, don't buy ripe bananas or winter clothes because you won't live long enough to use them. I said, holy shit, that Coke was strong.
Dude, one of my earliest wrestling memories, and this is before I actually watched religiously when I was a teenager. When I was in the single digits age, me and my friend were
Oof.
watching like old ass Raw. Like, back then it was current Raw. But Macho Man Randy Savage was on commentary. And they did one of those things where a wrestler, I forget the exact specifics, but a wrestler, feuding with one of the commentators because he's a former wrestler. Doink the Clown was a feud for Macho Man. And just, I don't remember anything else about that time except for like bits and pieces of that feud where I was actually invested and interested in it and rooting for Macho Man. I think. I think I was rooting for Macho Man at
I
the
hope
time.
you were rooting for the Macho Man. God damn, I can only imagine little Dave being like, come on, doink, kick out of the King's elbow. Speaking of King, because I do want to bring this up because I haven't really had a chance to talk about this, but I feel like this is the perfect time to do so. I miss FTR.
Where are they? Are
Oh,
they?
they're taking a break. They're Yeah, they're taking a break, and I feel like they deserve the break because MJ was telling me like they just wanted to spend time with their family for a little bit because I didn't even realize they had back to back to back pay per view wins until they lost to fucking Cage and Cope.
Hmm.
So it's just a testament to how like great that Cash and Bald are. That never stopped. Yeah, y'all forgot that I forgot about that. No, Cash Wheeler, Bald, FTR, but I do miss them because how are we gonna have the greatest ladder match of all time, well, TLC match of all time, if we don't have all of the greatest tag teams in the match? We can't have FTR, New Day, Bucks, Motor City, and Cage and Cope in that 5-pack TLC match if FTR don't get their ass back to work. is perfect segue into the next thing. Good, bad, and guapo. Hangman Bandito and Brody talking big shit. I'm not talking about Grand Slam Mexico and Hangman said, "Can a white boy speak a little Espanol?" Was that funny? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Can't even lie. Can't even lie. Can't even lie. But I'm not falling for the Hangman propaganda once again. But they did say any trio, find them at Wembley. I said, oh, okay, cool. Because the demand was out there, the lethal twist was out there, the dogs with a returning Gabe Kid, which I was like, oh, well, yeah, duh. The fucking the G1's over. So of course Konosuke and Gabe Kid have returned to home. But then there was a backstage segment with the greatest black wrestler of all time and his best friend, Prince Nana. He said, oh, any trios? Any. Don't threaten me with a good time, hanger. Hey, man. I hope y'all ready to see Austin Creed and Kofi. I don't remember what the fuck his new name is now that he trademarked, but KSM. I hope you already see Austin and KSM all elite with Swerve, and they win the trios titles in their first match. Because we all know that's going to happen. We all know that's what's going to happen. And I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Because everybody's leaving that shitty ass, dog ass fucking company. Andrade left, national champion, number 1 or 2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet Royale for the fucking title shot. Beat Kenny Omega, beat Swerve Strickland, beat MJF. Okay, and you may be like, well, Andrade was already there. Andrade was already an AEW alum, and then he left, came back, flip flop. So it's understandable that Andrade coming back to a company he's already familiar with. Ha- oh yeah, did I mention that he was also IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion? Beat Yoda Suji for it. Beat 2-belt Yoda Suji for it. Oh yeah. And he's
Did
like, well,
you
no, Andrade already won that belt. Go on.
did you catch last night when Andrade was cutting a promo after absolutely destroying what's his name? I
Jonathan
forget his name.
Cruz.
Yes,
Yes.
that was hilarious. But
You
when he's
fake fucking champion.
during him cutting that promo, you could hear the MJF thing start in the background, and then they cut it out because he wasn't done talking.
Yeah, I did hear that because I was like, oh, is Max like in the rafters somewhere and he just like missed his cue? No, no. The production just kind of made a little oopsie. But bro, when Andrade's music popped, oh, I popped. That's my goat. And no, I know MJ's not here, but I gotta do it anyway. The goat, the god, the Mexican equator, the demon, the real Latino man, Andrade El Idolo. Bro, Wembley's gonna be whatever the best WrestleMania was in the past 10 years, 15 years. Fuck it. I'm feeling bold. I'm feeling confrontational. Whatever your favorite WrestleMania is in the past 15 years, whether it be WrestleMania 30, when Brian Danielson beat fucking or Daniel Bryan, sorry for you fucking marks. When Daniel Bryan beat Batista and Randy Orton in the main event and won both belts. Uh it doesn't even have to be a WrestleMania, whatever. Fucking Umaga versus John Cena in a steel cage for the WWE title. JBL versus John Cena, last man standing match. Roman Reigns versus whatever fucking loser that you want to put him up against. Brock, Taker, Trips. Doesn't matter. The first elimination chamber where Shawn Michaels wins the World Heavyweight Champion title from fucking Triple H. It doesn't matter.
Let's
Wembley Stadium might be the best wrestling pay per view of all time.
just accounting for the lifespan of AEW so far, so like 6.5 years. Their worst pay-per-views are still better than WWE's best in that time frame.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that because Revolution 2023 might be the maddest I've ever been in a pay per view. Do you remember that?
What happened then?
It was the main event because everything else about that pay per view was fucking awesome. But the main event, John Moxley
Was that the
versus
exploding ring?
no,
No.
that was John Moxley versus Cope. for the AEW title with an interruption from Christian Cage with the fucking call your shot gauntlet, and Christian got choked out in 10 seconds and cost Cope the match. It was three old dudes flopping around the goddamn ring, and I was like, okay, I'll take Moxley in a main event because that's John Moxley. That's the ace of the world. I don't want to see Adam Copeland and Christian Cage in a main event for a world fucking title. I'm so sorry.
I think they
I
learned
can't.
their
I
lesson
really
pretty
want them to
fast,
lose
though.
the belts at Wembley. I need them to.
I think they're gonna.
They got to. It's the Bucks, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a passing the torch moment, even though they've both been around for a fucking while.
But I would love that moment, that passing of the torch of like, damn, Christian finally coming around, being like, you guys are all right. Hopefully, FTR will. You know what? That might be how the Bucks win the titles. FTR might make their return at Wembley.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Hear me out. Hear me out. The FTR does make their return at Wembley and try to fuck with the Bucks. But they get intercepted by the Guns, Motor City, which that can start leading into whether it be All Out or Double or Nothing or whatever pay per view they're going to do that this match is going to be at, because it is going to happen. You have the greatest tag teams in the world all under your roster. You have to let them fight. You just have to. We've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you guys want to wait until Johnny Gargano finally gets fucking tired of being treated like a plank of wood,
Plank. Yeah.
maybe we can get DIY in there. Who knows? Maybe y'all are waiting for Buddy to come back, and get the House of Black in there too. Who fucking knows? But up until then, I am still excited with the AEW tag division. It's still more entertaining than WWE by a landslide because there are actual tag teams in the tag division,
Mm-hmm.
men and women. Speaking of shit that's pissing me off in the WWE world, because I need to get all this out of the way.
There's a whole lot of it.
It is a whole lot of it. The third pass came and went. And I know those of you who don't watch shitty television may be wondering, Magnus, what do you mean the third came and went? Oh, Big Cass debuted in the
I was going to ask you about
WWE
that.
on Monday Night Raw. Holy fuck, I don't care. You don't know why I don't care? Because instead of feuding with, I don't know, Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, Obafemi, other like big guys, larger men, you're feuding with Javon Evans. You at your grown ass age. While Javon Evans should be fighting for Chad Gable's international title. Yeah, sorry, Intercontinental title. Wrong company. Baron Corbin's United States title. CM Punk's World Heavyweight Championship. Who's the fucking... No, that's right. CM Punk is the WWE champion now. Roman Reigns is the World Heavyweight Championship. He should be going for a championship, not dealing with some eternal jobber, Big Cass, Big Bill, whatever you want to call him. He's 1/3 of the reasons why I would turn off Collision every Saturday, because it may be over, but to the day I die, it's fuck the learning tree. It just is. It just is. The learning tree ruined professional wrestling for me for a good 6.5 months. It was just god awful. And I was watching that. I was like, wow, okay, we're starting off Monday night with JD McDonough versus Javon Evans. That actually sounds cool. Both of those men can go stupid in the ring. They really can. When they let JD wrestle, he wrestles. Better than anybody in that fucking company. Javon, too. And I said, oh, wait. This is 2026 Dominic Mysterio we're talking about. You'd be wondering, why are we talking about Dom? Oh, because they've ruined Dominic's character. And By that, like, extensively, they've ruined the entirety of the Judgment Day. Once again. Any rebuttals, Dave? No? It's because I'm correct.
So I don't know anything about that because I stay away from the Fed mostly. However, I did see a little bit today about Big Cass debuting against Javon Evans. I'm like, what? Well, that was a choice. And backtracking to when I actually was a fan of Enzo and Cass, their whole Queens, New Jersey, New York gimmick was really entertaining. And then to find out that Enzo's probably not so great, Cass definitely not because he was annoying talent in the back talking about Trump and MAGA and just being an obnoxious piece of shit. And touching on the fact that I know people have this feeling about separating the art from the artist, I will never be that way. If I find out that you are in any way a fan of the current administration and all of the shit going down, I no longer like you. Anything you do, any accomplishments you have in the ring in the present or past mean fucking nothing. Fuck the
Nothing.
Undertaker, fuck Hulk Hogan, fuck Big Cass, and there's a whole list.
And fuck Darby Allen. Oh, yeah. I want to bring this shit up right now. Since we're talking about pieces of shit in the wrestling world, if you love it so much, Darby, why'd you come back? What happened? What happened? Why'd you come back to the States? If you love that place so much, you said you never wanted to leave. Oh, but you're in my wrestling company on Wednesdays and Saturdays, thinking that you can step up to the one you look up to. You think that you're the benchmark, you're the fucking the bar when it comes to a motherfucker like Kevin Knight, the Jet. I don't remember you tagging with Kushida in New Japan. I don't remember you being trained by Katsuyori Shibata. You were trained by a 60-year-old Sting. You didn't even get all the cool Sting shit. You got the old man Sting shit. Get the fuck out of here, Darby. I was so happy when Max beat the shit out of you on fucking Double or Nothing, bro. Oh my god. Shout out
Regardless,
Max.
man, I think Kevin Knight's gonna get humbled.
I don't. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, Dave. I think the gravy train gonna keep on chewing. I really do. I think before before 2028, we will get Jack two belts. It may not be TNT and world title, but it will be two belts. I stand by that because Darby needs to get humbled. Darby is and has been like showcased as this superhuman, like black and gold Johnny Gargano type shit. And that's all well and good. But every hero needs to fall. I had to witness that shit in New Japan, and I've come back out of the G1 with a new lease on professional wrestling. Sometimes the hero needs to get his shit stomped out.
Oh yeah, Darby's never been a heel either, to my knowledge.
Not that I've seen. So I think because I've watched enough AEW to realize that it's kind of like old school WCW. The villains are what sell. Max, Swerve, the Don Callis family, the Death Riders, the Bullet Club when they were there. Like, heels equal money. That's why in the majority of the AEW pay-per-views, the heels usually take the dub. The Death Riders, Max, Swerve, Don Callis family.
But then they become something that isn't a heel anymore. Like Max, Max definitely has heel tendencies, but man, he's got a fan base.
It's me. It's me. It's me. I'm the fan base.
I
I love
mean,
that man.
those same fans, he would spit his gum at them or call him a name or some shit. You know.
I'm one of the Max fans that's like, hey man, I love the work you're doing. You do that shit to me, hey bro. I don't be doing that fake fighting shit. Put your fucking hands up and see what them show muscles can do. Oh, speaking of heels, the cleaner's back. How you
Hmm.
feel about that?
All right, so you talk about. Let me think. no, because I did miss a little bit of Dynamite last night, but I saw the promo or the backstage interview
Yeah.
between Osprey
Oh no, I
and
was referring to the end of Dynamite.
ah.
The yeah, when Kenny put Will through the table with a one winged angel, and then
See,
smiled and cackled at the camera.
they got to stop doing those, like, because I was already tired, and I'm like, okay, it's 10 o'clock. Holy shit, there's more show left. So I was like, well, I'm gonna lie down and I'm gonna have it on my phone next to me. I made it through the entrances before I lost
Oof.
consciousness, and I missed all of that. But I did see Kenny talking to Will via the interview, and I feel like Kenny is trying so hard to be a heel. Some of that stuff, oh man, he froze and then he left. Damn. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Hello.
Um, I just lost power.
See that?
What was the last thing I said? Oh,
Um.
yes. Um, quick aside. This is one of my favorite things about professional wrestling is when they go overtime
Mhm.
because there are many a times where they get to take a little bit of liberties. And the entire trios match between what was it, the Murder Machines and El Clone? No, no, no. It was Jake Doyle, Dunkzilla, and El Clone versus the Elite. Hey, bro. El Clone needed a title around his waist expeditiously. I saw him hit a drop toe hold into a powerbomb GTS. Or I guess it would be a jackknife GTS because he hit the whoop, bang. I said, whoa, hold up a minute. You might be honest. I can't wait till hologram comes back because they need to run that. They need to run that now. Oh, I'm so hyped for that. But yeah, no, after them, because during the sit down with Renee, Kenny said, come out after the match because I got some words for you. And then after the match, Will came out. He said, I'm not fucking helping. You said you had some words for me. You said that it's you and me. I'm not fucking helping you. You took your leisurely ass time letting your music play while the Don Callis motherfucker beating the dog shit out of me. Then now it's your turn. And Kenny's a bitch. Kenny's a whole bitch. He said, security, get him out of my ring. Get him out of my building. I said, oh, we doing this? And Kenny was like, yeah, that's right. Run away with your tail between your legs like the little British bitch you are. I said, now, why you go and do that, Kenny? You can hear Will. He's not talking into the mic, but the mic is picking him up. He said, oh, I'm going to kick the shit out of you.
You know, I also can appreciate how AEW lets curses slide. Like they zoom in on Darby Allen when he's on the stretcher and goes, "Oh fuck, oh shit." You can hear him clearly saying that.
Speaking of Darby on the stretcher, son of Sting.
Yep, yeah.
I, now I may be, this may be this may be copium. I don't think the match is going to be Darby versus Kevin Knight at Wembley. I think to be Darby versus Steve Borden. And we're going to see the AEW debut of Son of Sting. And I legitimately, I might be going a little off the rails. I think he might come down from the rafters too. I'm excited because I saw his first match. I think it was in the LA Dojo. Yes, yeah, it was a part of the LA Dojo shit, and he can move. He moves just like his dad. He has that same cadence, same kind of like rhythm in the ring. So I think he's gonna can do good and go far. Can't wait to see Steve Borden versus Avery Styles in the main event or something. I know them; they're like what 15 years apart in age, but still, yeah, it can happen. Who cares? They got Javon wrestling fucking these old fogies. Speaking of old fogies, Roman Reigns has met up with Rey Mysterio in the end credit scenes of a Monday Night Raw to set up a tournament to decide a number one contender. for the World Heavyweight Championship in Mexico City, Mexico, in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And I had to correct myself. I have to correct myself. Add a little addendum. They will not be in Arena Mexico. They will be in CDMX, Arena CDMX, which is something completely different.
Hmm.
Because legally, WWE cannot be there. Shout out MJ for letting me know that. But they will be in Arena CDMX, which is Arena City, Mexico, but it is not Arena Mexico, which is like, the mecca of lucha libre.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be having its like 100-year anniversary in a couple of years. Will not be there. However, we have been having the tournament. It has happened. We are currently in the semifinals with your four semifinals being La Parca from AAA, the AAA Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Phoenix, Pentagon. I'm not calling him Penta. That is Pentagon Jr. and Dragon Lee. And the matches will be La Parca versus Pentagon and Dragon Lee versus Rey Phoenix. Those matches will fuck. They will be amazing. Hopefully they will happen on Raw because I know some of them have been happening on AAA, which fair, makes sense to me. But it would make more sense because people who watch AAA are already watching that shit. It would make more sense to have the people who aren't as frequent on WWE be on there and
Does
not
that mean
motherfucking losers like El Fiscal.
does that mean we could get Penta versus Rey Phoenix?
I didn't even think about that. Did not even think about that. I was already thinking about like, oh man, I can't wait to see Dragon Lee versus Roman Reigns in the main event of Mexico City. But holy shit, if Dragon and La Parca lose, we could be seeing Pentagon versus Rey Phoenix in the finals. Holy shit. That is legitimately cool as fuck. But do you think those matches are going to be good?
I mean, I it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen him. Like, but I have never seen a bad Rey Phoenix match.
I have the match he had on Raw.
See, I haven't watched it in a while.
See, no, because like I don't know, I'm not too familiar with El Fiscal. I'm not. I told Connor that we were watching that shit on TikTok live. I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but like this is not a good match. Like especially for Rey Phoenix because he's moving real slow.
Yeah, Ray. The matches I've seen him in actually, I think, are mostly, if not all of them, are AEW, and
I think the best
he's
match he's had in singles wise in like in at least in recent like in the last couple of weeks was against Nathan Frazier on SmackDown, and it was a cruiserweight title match. So I mean, that is what it is. Oh, last thing I want to say about this fucking company. Oh, last couple of things. I have great news for me. Bad news for y'all Fed fans. The Mad Dragon,
I knew you were gonna say that.
Ilya Dragunov, has opted to let his contract expire and leave the WWE. Hey man, Unvik Zigba, we out here in the dub. It's gonna be Mad Dragon versus Claudio, Mad Dragon versus John Moxley, Mad Dragon versus Kyle O'Reilly, Mad Dragon versus Roderick Strong.
Now,
I'm gonna get the best matches of this man's career because y'all fumbled the fuck out of him.
did you see Kenny Omega's immediate reaction on social media?
No?
He posted a picture of himself going,
Oh boy. Hey, they've been approached that little nigga. Oh boy. Oh my God. We had AEW is literally taking all of the best parts of WWE in the recent years. They took Andrade, they took Champa, they're taking the Mad Dragon probably. They're getting the New Day definitively. We got Motor City Machine Guns. Do you want us to take Finn and Sammy and Kevin too? Because we will. We will. I know Kenny and Swerve want to take a break. I know Jay White just got back, and I know he wants to fight some new motherfuckers. I know he does. I know Claudio want to see how strong he could be against the fucking Mad Dragon, bro.
As much as I want to see Kevin Owens elsewhere, I feel like, and I sympathize with this, the reason why he took the deal the last time, because WWE threw a bunch of money at him, first of all, and he has to think about his wife and his kids.
Absolutely.
So, like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. And he's probably perfectly happy there. That's one of those cases where I could see him in either place and being happy, unless they, I mean, never say never, because WWE could just fuck him up royally and ask him to take a pay cut, something
Ooh.
crazy like that. Because they're not. We know they're not above doing that.
Look at Sheamus.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? I think it's time to retire.
Bro, I mean, I feel like the way that we could like legitimately streamline KO to AEW is if they fire Sammy.
Hmm.
Because wherever Sammy goes, Kevin's going. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, Kevin Owens is a dick, right? No, those two are legitimate best friends. So if my best friend's not at my job, I'm going to where he's at.
Yeah.
But the last thing I want to say about SmackDown, last two things. Baron Corbin beat Carmelo Hayes in the US title match. Yeah, that's it. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. That was it. Baron Corbin beat arguably, and I'm saying arguably because you could make an argument for a lot of the young stars in this company. Carmelo Hayes definitively might be top 5 best wrestlers in that company. And I can name the other 4: Chad Gable, Penta, Ray Phoenix, and Finn Balor. Just off pure objectivity. And you want to lose him to a bald bastard who's still doing double duty in MLW? No disrespect to MLW, but he's tag team champs with Dijak.
Now, I I'm a fan to a point of Baron Corbin. I like his moveset. I liked him in NXT when he had hair. He had this whole gimmick of like basically beating someone within seconds with his finisher. It was like they even timed every one of his matches, or like how long it took him to hit the finisher. So like there was a whole thing there. I'm a fan of the grunge biker aesthetic. His entrance music has always kind of hit most of the time.
I even like the
Even
Lone Wolves.
even when he was GM for a while and like his vest, like he basically was Kane, because Kane did that shit. He flip flop between corporate Kane and actual Kane. So like Baron Corbin kind of had a similar path. So he was willing to do everything for the company. He was a dedicated person. But to have him come back and immediately squash people they should be pushing is kind of odd behavior.
It's disappointing but not surprising
Hmm.
because I literally Trick Williams is what got me into this fucking company. Like really, like whole I was like, oh wow. I would turn on NXT on Tuesday, be like, yeah, Trick Williams, that's the NXT champion. That's Tricky Two Belts. What are we talking about? That's Tricky Two Belts. And then he got on the main roster, and they did with him what they should have done with Carmelo instantaneously. They gave him the presentation, they gave him the high profile matches, they made him look like a superstar. They even gave him Lil Yachty, only for them to just be like, we're going to have you lose the belt to Corbin at SummerSlam. No, I was under the impression that it was going to be Sammy, Trick, and Mello in a triple threat at SummerSlam, and Mello was going to get his fucking title back. Mello wasn't even on the fucking pay per view.
Didn't Trick have that custom title for like a week and then he lost it?
I think he got the custom title on that go home show for SmackDown, then lost it on the SummerSlam, or he might have had it for two weeks before the SummerSlam. But he immediately lost, and for some reason Corbin still has that fucking mink fucking shit on the belt, which I'm like, why do you have that? It makes sense for Trick to have that. Why do you have that on the belt? Probably because he's gonna lose it pretty soon. And then the last thing I'll say about this godforsaken company, I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I might have. There has not been a time where I've decided I'm turning this shit off. I'm not watching this shit no more. I don't know if I've said this here or on Miles' stream, but I was watching SmackDown. Connor came home. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna watch this with you." I said, "Okay, cool, cool, no problem, no problem." Bro, we watched 3 matches. 3. I can't even remember what the matches were. I just know that the main event was Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. And the way Connor described it, he said it was like if RoboCop was fighting a 12-year-old. And some spot happened, and I said, no. No. This nigga Connor doesn't know shit from fucking dirt when it comes to wrestling. Why would I subject him to objective bullshit when the G1 is currently going on and they're putting free shit on YouTube? I said, no, bro. I cut my TV. I said, oh no, the internet. The internet's fucking up. Oh no. Ah. And then I booted up New Japan World and I put on Shingo Takagi versus fucking Konosuke Takeshita. And within the first 15 seconds of me hitting play, this man who is a band major, who is a band teacher, who is a competitive marching band participant said, wow, the presentation in here in New Japan is like leaps and bounds better. Like they're wrestling faster. They're giving their wrestlers like responsibilities to do things that you would never see in WWE. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad to the point where you are supposedly the biggest wrestling company in the world. Fuck the Americas, the world. And you can't even get a random white boy in his mid 20s to sit down and watch your programming. He would much rather watch Speedball Mike Bailey, one of his favorite wrestlers. He would much rather watch Kyle Fletcher. He would much rather watch anything in Japan. I showed him King's Road, Dave. I showed him
Oh,
King's Road.
Kyle Fletcher was also excited about Ilya Dragunov.
Proto Star versus the Mad Dragon. Oh my God, that's real graps. That's real life graps.
But yeah, it's so art is subjective. That is a given. But I do not understand the people that are looking at AEW and New Japan and call, oh, that's just gymnastics. They're no selling. They're doing this and that. And then you look at WWE because they're slower. They look like they're fighting more. There's rest holds. Like there's a lot of a different pacing and style that just is lazy. It's lazy booking. It's lazy like match structure. They're phoning it in.
You want to talk about rest holds? Dave, do I got some shit to tell you? I'm watching this G1 climax. I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got work at 7. I see though because New Japan does this thing. All of their shows, there's like 3 to 4 tag matches, and then whatever the shit is. So if it's the G1, it'll be 3 to 4 tag matches, and then the G1 matches. So me and MJ are on this fucking stream watching these tag matches, and then the matches start. And on one of the days, it's Ryohei Oiwa versus Sonata. I'm sure you're familiar with Sonata.
I think.
And if not, it doesn't matter. He's old now. He's unk. And I can say this with confidence because Miles isn't here. But Ryohei Oiwa beat Sonata with a side headlock.
Hmm.
Not a side headlock takeover, not some pinning combination. He had Sonata right here, right here, and that motherfucker tapped out. You want to talk about WWE relying on transitional holds and TV wrestling? I agree with you because there are men like Ryohei Oiwa and Yuya Uemura who are using the traditional formats of wrestling and elevating it to where it should be now. I haven't seen an arm drag look as good as Yuya's since Ricky fucking Steamboat.
Now, wait a second.
Nah, that's real.
Head is itching. Fuck. Um, you just reminded me too. Around the era of COVID and wrestling, or maybe a little before that, I was watching Simon Miller ups and downs.
Ah,
I was either working from home or unemployed at the time, both of which happened during COVID. But either way, my morning routine was breakfast and watching ups and downs, so that I can basically catch a recap of what I missed from the night before in wrestling, because I would half pay attention to it or I'd be playing a video game. A lot of shit happened. But the funniest bit was Simon Miller going, the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll up.
yeah.
Because there were shows where he counted at least 3 or 4 of the matches in a row got decided by a surprise roll up.
Oh, and you're telling me this wasn't 2025 and 2026 Monday Night Raw?
No, this was 2019, 2020.
Ah, shit. They really reheating nachos over there, bro. And that's so sad. But I do want to talk about the G1 in the sense that like what my experience was with it. Sans the getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because that shit sucked. I work at 7 a.m. I I am so happy that I sat through this G1 this month because like it's some of the best wrestling I've seen all year. Like, granted, every show wasn't a banger, but every other show had at least 1 to 2 matches that made me think, damn, I this company's fine. Like there should be no like worry that like, oh, AEW is gonna buy New Japan, AEW is gonna, take over New Japan. Nah, bro. They're doing shit over there in Japan that I have never seen a single one of y'all do that isn't named Konosuke Takeshita or Kazuchika Okada. Like Aaron Hanare, Callum Newman, fucking Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd is a demon. Do I hate him with an unbiased like rage? Absolutely. He's British. Fuck you. But can is he one of the best wrestlers in the world right now? Yeah. Is he one of the biggest proponents of strong style? Yes. He is like that. And he showcased that in every match and every opponent in his match. He made sure that you had to kill him. Because if not, he was gonna kill you. And that's the kind of demon work that I need in the fucking wrestling tournament. I need a nigga that's gonna be like, no, I genuinely don't care if I win or not, but I am gonna hurt somebody. So for all things considered, this G1 is the best wrestling tournament that I've seen all year. It just simply is. And the main event, oh my god, Dave, if you ever want to see a wrestling main event between two up and coming stars that showcase what it means to be a part of a company,
Mm.
go watch the final of G1 Climax 36. It was won with a side headlock. They were working body parts. They were, it wasn't a spot fest. Like, as much as I love Spot Fest as a Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Seth Rollins fan, This was a wrestling match. I don't think they went outside the ring once. And if so, it wasn't for long. It was pure and true professional wrestling. None of this sports entertainment shit. Oh my God, that match is beautiful. MJ cried on stream. He legitimately cried on stream. And the second that the stream ended, I cried because he wasn't going to get me lacking like that. Not at all. Not at all. He ended the stream. I said, bro, DK is the best wrestling faction in all of Japan, maybe in all of sports entertainment. Because they are. Because they simply are. Zack Sabre Jr. came back from a 0-4 deficit. He lost 4 matches in a row and then came back. Did he get to the semifinals? Fuck no. But he wasn't going to let these losers stomp on a former G1 winner, former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. They weren't going to do that. Not to Zach. But I'm so glad. I can't wait till King of Pro Wrestling because I will be watching that and we'll probably be streaming it too. Because Ryohei Oiwa is going to be your new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. He just is. Maybe not right now. Maybe at Wrestle Kingdom, which is what I thought was going to happen. It was going to be Wrestle Kingdom main event, but fuck it. What the fuck do I know? But hey, phenomenal G1. I'm glad that I subjected myself to this and ruined my sleep schedule for the eternity to watch arguably one of the best things I'm probably ever going to see in professional wrestling. And on the opposite side of that spectrum, let's go back to AEW. You see the shirt I got on. Hold on, let me show the back. Y'all know how much I love Switchblade Jay White. And y'all know how excited I was for this Continental Cup when I saw Jay White's name was going to be in it. Moxley. Moxley when I find you. Moxley when I find you. It's up. You're going to have a lot more to worry about than a fucking chipped tooth when I'm done with your ass. Because why? Why did you feel like you needed to win this? You're what, 4-time AEW World Champion? Continental Champion? Who knows how many other world titles you've won in your tenured career as a professional wrestler? You don't need this belt. I'm going to be so honest with you. I do consider Jon Moxley the ace of the world. You don't need a title. Just don't. Because who's going to win this shit now? Who? Ooh, wait. Actually, if Kyle O'Reilly wins this fucking Continental Cup, bro, I'm doing backflips on stream. If it's Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley at Wembley Stadium, all those Brits might turn to Canadians. Ooh. Ooh, and you know that's going to start a feud with Roddy. You know, if Kyle wins this tournament, Roddy's going to turn heel, and we're going to have one of the greatest blood feuds in all of AEW. Oh, fuck. We might get Roddy's Reign of Terror Part 2. Oh, my God. If we get Part 2 of PWG Roddy Strong, y'all going to realize why they call him the Messiah, the Backbreaker. Ooh, shit. Oh, speaking of people coming back, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about New Japan. Jeff Cobb is back. Thank fuck. I know that he was being very nice about his time in WWE and the things that he was able to do and the fact that he was able to hang out with his buddies and see them at work every day. I'll be real for you, Jeff. I'll be real for you. You were not Samoan. Why they put your Hawaiian ass in the Samoan faction? I'll never know. You could have been a great single star. I could see Jeff Cobb as an Intercontinental Champion. Fuck it, I could see him as a world champion in WWE.
Fans chanting "You can't wrestle Adam" was my final straw. I'm like, I don't even know much about Jeff Cobb, but I know that man can wrestle.
Jeff Cobb, former IWGP, well, no, New Japan World Television Champion, can't wrestle. Okay, okay. Y'all do realize he was in Lucha Underground, right? Okay. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. The Fed propaganda be working on y'all. I forget. Sometimes people don't got brain cells. Anyway, Jeff Cobb returned to New Japan during one of the pre matches, the final of the G1, and he did not rejoin the United Empire. He put Callum Newman on his ass and joined with Unbound Company. I said, oh, because that's what Unbound Company needs. More niggas. Because let's run down the members of Unbound Company. You have the world champion, Yota Tsuji. You have Shingo Takagi. You have former Young Lion Daiki Nagai. You have the former IWGP Tag Team Champions Oscar and Yuto Ice. You also have the booker of the fucking company, Gato. You also have Taiji Ishimori, Robbie X. That's 8 people already. I feel like I'm forgetting some members. But now you have Jeff Cobb, so that's 9. I don't understand New Japan's fucking deal with super factions. United Empire, you got fucking Callum, Jake Lee, 2 of which, Jake Lee and Great-O-Khan, were the worst fucking things about this tournament. They can't wrestle. They fucking suck. You also have fucking Jacob Austin Young, Francesco Akira, Andrade El Idolo, Will Ospreay. Another 8 niggas. Guys, you know what? I actually can't even complain because most of the tag matches are like 8 and 6-man tag matches. So they're like, actually, fuck it. Who cares? New Japan is very faction heavy. They even have a faction called Hontai, which is just all the baby faces that are unaffiliated with a faction. It's like, oh, okay. Takeshita's in that group now. Like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. And then Nigel McGuinness, who
He
we all
worries
know
me.
I love.
Nigel worries me.
Oh, he's worrying you? He's worrying you, big dog? Do you know Nigel has a match tomorrow?
Yeah.
I do. Nigel has a match against arguably the greatest technical wrestler wrestling right now, Lee Moriarty, in a Pure Rules Championship match. If Nigel loses, he can never wrestle in Ring of Honor again.
And he's got an injured foot.
Got an injured foot. Somehow beat Hechicero with said injured foot. I screamed. I almost punched a hole in my wall. I was so fucking hyped because I was set because Jay had already lost. Jay White had already fucking lost. I said, man, none of my guys are gonna win tonight. It's gonna be a bullshit fucking CC. No. The 2 people who have advanced to the semifinals are the Continental Champion, John Moxley, and my favorite old person on the planet, Nigel McGuinness. Okay. All right. I can't wait to see what these draws are going to be like on fucking Wednesday. Because what is it this Saturday? It's Kyle and Orange. And hold on, let me look this up real fast. Continental Cup AEW. God damn it. But I will say, Matt Mox and Jay White had a fucking match. Oh my god, that match is fucking amazing. Mox cheating ass. Hate him so much. And oh, it's gonna be Claudio versus Eddie
Oh
this
yeah.
Saturday, along with Kyle versus Roddy, which I would just inform that Eddie and Claudio have a fuck ton of history. And that every time they have a match, they try to kill each other. So I'm excited for that shit expeditiously. But man, I put on this exact shirt during the match, and I said, no, there's no way. There's no way Jay White's losing this match. It's impossible because Jay White has lost 70% of the singles matches, period, that he's been in since he's been back. There's no way. Why would they put him in this tournament off a returning injury just for him to lose? Oh, I see. I see. But you know what? Fuck it. Nigel's in the semifinals. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because if Nigel wins, I'll buy merch. I'll buy Nigel merch. I don't give a fuck. Genuinely do not. Speaking of not giving a fuck, apparently the United Empire do not give a singular shit about Callum Newman or know what he has to say. Because I'm over here sitting and watching backstage comments from the final of New Japan, and this motherfucker Callum Newman say, "Oh yeah, Will, if I see you, it's on fucking sight." I say, whoa, what Billy do now? He said, yeah, apparently you calling motherfuckers' phones saying, oh, I have no friends. Please come help me in America. And Hanare and Francesco Akira just dipped off to America without telling Callum. Now, boys, y'all know I'm a Will Ospreay fanboy. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. But there is a chain of command that y'all must respect. It's here. It's right here. It is right here with it. It is right here with it. EU all day, every day. Unless it's a day where TMDK is wrestling. So sorry. But y'all gonna stop fucking with Callum. Y'all are. I saw Callum Newman get put through a New Japan table. Ooh, Dave, if you would have saw, I'm shitting you not, all right here, all back, the second he got put on that table, red. On commentary, they were like, there might be some internal bleeding there. He's not okay. He won the match against Hanare. I don't know if you've ever experienced Hanare wrestle, like
No.
in New Japan. That man almost died in the ring. And I'm not saying, oh man, he had a really tough match. I mean, he lost brain matter. It was Bullet Club War Dogs versus United Empire in a dog pound match. And when the match started, damn near, Hanare got his fucking skull split open. And you could see his fucking brain throughout the entirety of the match, which Hanare finished.
Hmm.
Hanare might be the best, like, Polynesian wrestler on the planet. Or is he a Maori? He's Maori. He's the best Maori wrestler on the planet. He is not only the IWGP Tag Team Champions, one half, he's one third of the Never Six Man Tag Team Champions, and he's also the New Zealand World Heavyweight Champion. He is walking into every match this G1 as a triple fucking champion and almost made it to the fucking semis. That's why I said at the beginning of this fucking podcast, I got to shout out Aaron Hanare because that motherfucker was putting in work. Just straight BTA. It's so sad. It's so sad. The landscape of wrestling is so divided. but for the wrong reasons. I literally get to watch the Rascals, at least three of them anyway, on AEW television having fucking banger matches. Do they ever win? Not really. No, but they're fun. I get to see my boys. I get to see all my favorite wrestlers having fun in a place that allows them to do so. And then I turn on WWE and it's like, oh, prime example. Prime example on fucking Raw. Braun Breaker calls out Obafemi. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, yeah, some real fucking shit that I want to see. Obafemi comes out. I'm like, yeah, no, actually, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm oh so very wrong. Paul Heyman comes out and is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you calling out Obafemi? And then Obafemi comes out and they have a nice little exchange. And he's like, you out here asking stupid questions like, what's the future, Paul? That shit's funny as fuck. Obafemi code switching to make fun of a motherfucker. Hilarious.
That was a
Oh,
great
so fucking
impression.
hilarious. Apparently he does that. Like he's
Yeah.
been doing that. I was not aware. I was not aware. I saw somebody put a compilation on TikTok. I said, oh no. Let Obafemi be funny. Let that nigga be funny. I guarantee you it's over for everybody. But apparently now actually I'm wrong because I'm remembering things now. They set it up that it was going to be a contract signing at Sunday night's main event. Apparently everybody hated that shit. Now it's match, which I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You can have fun matches on your weekly programming. They had in WCW within a month of Nitro's existence, they had Lex Luger versus Macho Man Randy Savage in the opening main event, and Luger's career was on the line. So you're telling me we can't have a match that we know is going to happen at least 10 more times in the next year and a half because these are the two faces of the future for this company? You want to have it on some bullshit Sunday night's main event, which isn't on Saturday, and you're moving it to Sunday for what reason? Ah, yes. Because you know that everyone on Saturday is going to be watching Collision. You know everyone's going to be watching the go home show 'em to Wembley all in, and no one's going to watch your bullshit where the two matches that have been announced are Oba versus Oba versus Braun, which is a good match, which everybody should want to see, and then Randy versus Cody too. You don't even want to have LA versus Roman on that fucking show? And then, I don't know, put LA Knight over? No? I got it. You're right. You're absolutely 100% right. Why the fuck will we ever do anything new when we could just reuse the same nachos that we've been using for the fucking past 25 years and then also be stealing from AEW? Because I'll say it, KO versus Punk is just Kingston versus Punk, but worse.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Copeland recently said that, yeah, he's going to retire in AEW. He likes the environment better there. He likes the enthusiasm of the locker room. He
Wonder
likes
why.
everything about it. Yeah.
Wonder why. Oh, fuck. I get to wrestle with my best friend, win the tag team title with my best friend. I get to hang out with Sting, get to tag with Darby Allin, FTR, get to wrestle John Moxley, Chris Jericho. Oh shit. Oh damn. It's almost like AEW has a plethora of different wrestling styles, demographics, young and old talent, legends and amateurs. It's almost like, huh. It's almost like AEW is a wrestling company that prioritizes wrestling over the stockholders. Because that's what this all was about. That's what this whole tangent was about. Paul Heyman really came out in the middle of the ring and said, "No, we're not having this match right here, right now, like you both want and the fans want. We don't answer to the fans. We answer to stockholders and shareholders." And I have a lot of things to say about Ricochet. Got a lot of to say about Ricochet. Most positive. Most of them positive. And this is also positive. There's never been a time where I've been more of a fan of Ricochet than when he quote tweeted that clip and was like, "Yeah, you bitch ass nigga. We listen to the fans. We don't listen to fucking stockholders." And he did say nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I There are some things, and Kevin Owens said it best when he was talking about Rebel. There are some things that are bigger than wrestling. And one of the things to me personally that has always been bigger than wrestling is the company that is giving us this content worth supporting? Like, is the good that they give us, does it outweigh the bad that is consistently circulating them? With AEW, yeah, it's not a perfect company. No company's perfect. You got fucking weirdos there like Jericho, Darby, Osprey's on some weird shit. He got weird people around him. And Hangman, Marty Scurll, the Bucks, Kenny, Excalibur. And I can admit that they had weird past, bad past, damning pasts. But I haven't seen a singular one of them butted up with the president. I haven't seen a singular one of them taking pictures with RFK Jr., hanging out with Dana White, laughing and quote retweeting when whatever that fucking chud loser's name said Michelle Obama was a man. Didn't see none of that shit. Straight up didn't. Did not see a myriad of wrestlers that I enjoy and respect at a Donald Trump birthday party. Or not Donald Trump, Jerry Lawler. They're basically the same person.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry that when you guys try to tell me that, oh, AEW got bad people too. Yeah, but the company itself isn't drenched in fascism or transphobia or racism, or if you're the WWE, a myriad of a cocktail of all kinds of bigotry. They put Ryan Garcia in the middle of that fucking ring, a man who said that he is a member of the KKK. So please do not try to take your moral high ground with me when it comes to this wrestling shit, because at the end of the day, I can stop watching this shit if shit gets too crazy and too not to my liking. Because I already bootlegged the WWE as it is. That motherfucker's not getting my money. Not my not my ally money. Fuck that. And Dave's not giving it to him either. Dave is a white man in America. He gains nothing by standing up for his beliefs, but he's doing it fucking anyway. Why? Because he has friends like me, like MJ, like Chrissy, and a myriad of other people that are not white who he respects at a level that he would never respect y'all fucking weirdos. Ever. He is not one of y'all. Not at all. He would rather spit on y'all racist fucks than ever agree with some shit y'all gotta say. And I take that shit to the bank. To the bank. And with a receipt. I get a receipt with that shit too. Fuck all that. Hell no. I had to get on that soapbox, bro, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing wrestling fans not understand. Maybe it's me, maybe because I'm new. But hey, I'm gonna say something that maybe your mama and your daddy should have told y'all when y'all growing up watching this shit. It's not real. Predetermined. Scripted. For that bell ring, they know who's going over. And that's okay. Because it's about the journey. It's about how we get there. These motherfuckers aren't gonna pay your bills. To all you Roman Reigns defenders, because I'm talking to y'all specifically now, That man don't give a fuck about this business. That man don't give a fuck about y'all. He don't give a fuck about his family who is also on this roster. And again, I want to say he do not give a fuck about y'all. You can keep clamoring on about merch sales, ticket prices, the attendance, because at the end of the day, when all things said and done, when the world of professional wrestling has come to a close, we will not be talking about stupid shit like tickets, merch, and attendance. You know what we will be talking about? Who is the better wrestler? Because me personally, as a native Texan, when we talk about wrestling here, we all that bullshit is the last never thing that we say. Because as a native Texan in San Antonio, the bar is Shawn Michaels. That's the bar. It's him, Jose Lothario, and Eddie Guerrero. That's the bar for Texas niggas when it comes to wrestling. If you can't get in that ring and move and go and work, I don't give a singular fuck. And out of all the Roman Reigns matches I've seen since he's been back, he has been carried by the bloodline or carried by the other nigga that's in the match with him, i.e., Seth Rollins or CM Punk. Men who have always been better wrestlers than Roman Reigns and will continue to be so because I'll say this again for all the stupid motherfuckers in the back. Roman Reigns is the worst member of the Shield and will always be. Point blank, period. I'm so sorry if you're thinking and you want to open your mouth and be like, oh no, but, no. Because I know the next thing's
And
going to come out of your mouth and be like, what, but the 1300 days?
even when Kurt Angle was in the Shield, Roman Reigns is still the worst member of the Shield.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dog. One of these days, Seth Rollins will leave and go to AEW, and I'll get Seth and Mox tagging in the Death Riders, and that'll be really fun.
I don't know if Seth's ever going to leave, but I mean, Seth is close to retiring, man. He's got injuries on top of injuries, and it's probably time for him to hang it up soon. But it's not like that. That'll be respectable. Like he should retire because he's probably fucking hurting.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, after every single match he has, is limping back up that ramp.
hmm
And that makes me sad. Because that's my goat.
I mean,
I
look
don't
at
want to see him
John
in pain.
Cena, who is hunched over all the time.
I know. I wonder how much pain he is because his posture is very good. He has very well posture. At least when he's like, out and about being, super actor, superstar John Cena, not wrestler. So I just imagine how much like irritation and pain it would be to like have to stand up straight with that level of like posh posture while being in that much pain. Ah, he got money. He's probably fine. That's another thing that I'm just like, when it comes to John Cena specifically, he has the level of money that can alleviate that level of pain.
Yeah,
But I just wonder if he has. It's a different thing of having the money to do it, but it's also another thing of like having the pride to deal with it.
he probably does. It's just there's certain times where it acts up, especially after a match where he's like hunched over backstage.
Hmm. I think that within the next year, people like you and I and Miles and Smith and Eleanor and all of our fun little friends, I feel like it's gonna be our time. It's gonna be a world in which we will be able to be like, oh man, did you catch that AEW pay-per-view? And the people will be like, yeah, and it was great. It's gonna be a time where I'm at work and I see somebody with a wrestling shirt on and be like, oh, do you watch Dynamite? And they won't look at me in my face and be like, I don't watch AEW. I don't watch that shit. Them gymnastic Power Rangers. They'll be like, oh man, Yeah, I know. Leo Rush is really killing it. Oh man, Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. That's my favorite tag team. I'm so glad they won the tag titles. It's gonna happen because when Redemption was better than SummerSlam, and the AEW heads are still being like, Redemption was kind of mid. So a mid pay per view was better than one of the big four Fed PLEs. I'll take it because y'all want to say it was mid because you guys didn't really know who the people were wrestling in that card. I know y'all aren't Maya World fans. I know y'all weren't there with me and Mission Pro Wrestling watching her in San Antonio, Texas, when she turned on her tag team partner.
This is one of the many things I love about AEW is I can look at a card and be like, I have no idea who those two people are, but I know this match is gonna fucking rule.
Dude. And I think that there's no better match on that redemption card that personified that than Bandito versus Kyle Fletcher. Because those two men, I legitimately think, have had some of the best years in any company. Kyle Fletcher being TNT champion and international champion within the same year, and being arguably one of the best TNT champions the company's ever seen. Bandito, still Ring of Honor world champion, former AEW tag team champion, current AEW Trios champion. Like he's had matches against Takeshita, Hechicero, Moxley, Swerve, Kyle Fletcher, fucking. Did he have a match against Max?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Soon to be Ilya Dragunov.
Oh fuck, Ilya Dragunov, your new Ring of Honor world champion. Ah man, Wembley's gonna be a movie. Wembley's gonna be a movie because not only is the New Day debuting there, we're gonna have Osprey versus Kenny. Shit. Them boys gonna kill each other. We also got Divine Dominion versus the Brawling Birds for the women's titles. Willow
Brawling Birds
versus
are taking that shit.
Mercedes. Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah, the birds taking that shit. You think they've been undefeated for this long not to take them belts off those beautiful women? Because I love Divine Dominion. Mostly I love Lena Cross, but that match gonna go stupid. Because Alex Winter is insane. Like she's an actual crazy woman. And Jamie Hayter is also. Like those women are crazy, British, and brash. I I don't see a world where they lose. Because who else would take these belts off Divine Dominion? Because Ty J couldn't do it. Timeless Love Bombs couldn't do it. Oh no. Oh no.
Mhm.
No, I'm not gonna give credence to that bad timeline where fucking Ronda Rousey and Marina Shafir.
Might have lost power again. Ronda Rousey, Marina Shafir. I'm so glad that Marina Shafir is not with Ronda at the moment. Ronda is just somewhere else.
I don't know what happened. I didn't touch anything. I just left for a second. They said, hey man, we don't want to hear you, we want to hear Dave.
I wasn't even going to speak. I was listening to you. But yeah, uh, Ronda can stay gone, and I kind of think that they got that maybe because she hasn't been back since.
I think so too, because I've noticed that Tony Khan is pretty receptive to fan outrage. Because like the first time I noticed it was when they changed Mina Shirakawa's theme. Nobody liked it. They changed it back. Ronda Rousey came. Everybody hated that shit. She hasn't been back since. They changed Kevin Knight's theme. Nobody fucked with it. They changed it back. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you tried something, didn't work, and you went back to what did. Instead of adding Ronda Rousey to the fucking women's roster, you pushed Maya World. Instead of fucking pushing Ronda Rousey, you push Tekla.
Now, Maya World is a case where like I could see like she did a promo last night before her match, and I could see the spots where she's still green, but that also does not fucking matter because
Yeah.
she's excellent.
Isn't she like 20 or something?
I don't know.
She's 24. I don't give a fuck if she's green. She's younger than I am. She can be a little green on the mic. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, it wasn't even that big of a thing too. It was like something where she said the end of her catchphrase or promo and then just kind of stood there, and then the camera cut away.
Yeah, man, that's fine with me because I'm pretty sure she's still better than Roman on the mic.
Oh, for sure. There's so many people
Or
that are.
Austin Theory and Logan Paul combined.
Uh,
Notice how I didn't mention any of them until just now because I
yeah.
don't want to. I just didn't want to talk about them. They suck. They've ruined Maxine. They've ruined Austin Theory, and I'm so glad that Braun Breaker is doing something that is not related to what Division is doing, like Obafemi.
Hmm.
And within that notion, I think that I would like to move on to our highlights of the week
All right.
because I know what mine is.
Mm. And I had one earlier. Uh, I almost wanted to say Stephanie Becaire calling out Liv Morgan, calling her a name. That was pretty funny. Um, God damn, I thought of one earlier. Oh, it wasn't even on a show. It was Mina Shirakawa with a lightsaber on social media. She had a lightsaber. She was by a pool and she fought somebody with it. It was really funny. That's my highlight. Wait, Cass, you have no sound now.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay. As much as I would love to say that mine is Ryohei Oiwa winning the G1, um, 'cause fuck, dude, was that match not fucking awesome? And y'all know how much I love TMDK and Zack Sabre Jr.'s like fucking faction. Like that, it was just great to see like all of TMDK come out. Well, they were already at ringside, but them just come out all in the grip shirts and just to be like, yeah, we our boy did it. Like, but but Hanare and Callum Newman, holy shit. That match was the personification of I built you. Now let's see what you can do without me, against me. Because when Will Ospreay left Japan, Hanare was the one who built up Callum Newman and said, "Hey, bro, you got this. You can be that guy." And they were beating the fuck out of each other. That's the match where Callum had that fucking gigantic bruise on his back when he got put through the table and still won the match. They were beating the shit out of each other. It was art. I was at work watching that, just going ballistic. I was like, "Hey, yeah, Berserker Bob, kiss the crown." I was going stupid. It was great. I'm excited because in October it is World Tag League and Best of Super Junior Tag League or whatever the Super Junior equivalent of Tag League is. I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a lot of new tag teams and free agents that are going to be either making their way to New Japan or coming back to New Japan. I hope the Knockout Brothers win because it would be fucking stupid to not have the Knockout Brothers win the World Tag League and get their fucking tag belts back so they could beat the record. And for the Junior Tag League, hey, bro, you know what's up. You know what's up. Ichiban Sweet Boys, TMDK, Robbie Eagles, Kosei Fujita, the young punk himself, Gonna win it all for a second time. Second time. And they're gonna get them fucking tag belts off Desperado and Mystico, bro. Got to. Bullshit fucking tag match for the titles out of nowhere. Some bullshit. I remember watching that pay-per-view. They were like, oh no. It's just a special tag match. You want to get Mystico down in New Japan, have him tag with Desperado, generational talents, great lucha libre against, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champs. I said, fuck it, yeah. What do you mean this is for the titles? This is supposed to be a special tag match that, the fuck you mean Desperado and Mystico? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Because Mystico now has, I think, titles in 3 different companies. I think he's the Ring of Honor Tag Champ, IWGP Junior Tag Champ, and the CMLL Light Heavyweight Champion or Light Universal Champion, whatever the fuck it's called. So, all that to say, fuck Sin Cara.
Okay.
Hey, man, I don't know why the fuck the Fed did that to him. Disrespectful as shit. Didn't know that Mystico was actually a good wrestler. I wish I did. Thought he was a bum.
All right, I think that's going to about do it for us this week. I have been Xanatos1138, as always. David, if you can't say the name, which most people can't. And Cass, what about you? Where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Mr. Musty TV on TikTok, _pump on Instagram. The only thing on Instagram I post is updates on my mental health and memes. It's just memes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's a
And
lot of
TikTok is where I'm mostly at, is where I post my wrestling, my politic content, my rants. Let's see if we can get good old Chris Magnus to 1,000 followers before the year's over. I had 5,000 on the other account until fucking Pam Bondi's bitch ass hacked my account and had, deleted all my videos and replaced it with AI supplement videos of a guy who kind of looks like me.
I am at 5,850 on TikTok, and I was like, man, I really want to get to 10K. That's never happening, but 6K would be kind of cool.
Hey, let's get Xanatos to 6K. Why not? It's gonna be a white boy summer sooner or later.
Well, since none of this shit works for the countdown, I'm just gonna end the stream. So see you guys next week.